Nobody likes cold feet, right? So let's install some radiant heat. So now that the foam and the mesh is down, we can start with the radiant heat. You see us right here putting out zone 1. Zone 1 is the utility room and the kitchen. Zone 2 is the shared living space, so like the main living room space. And then you'll see zone 3, which is the master suite, so master bedroom, the master closet, and the master bathroom. And then zone 4 at the very end will be the shared bedroom for the girls and the shared bathroom for everybody. So we have 4 zones of radiant heat. They're all connected to a manifold, and at that manifold I can control which zones are on and how much water flow is getting to each zone. The red pipe that we are using is called PEX Type B, and especially rated to withstand the higher temperatures and last a long time. And then the next day we had the county inspector come out and inspect everything that would be underneath the slab. So he needed to see the foam, the insulation, the wire mesh, and he wanted to inspect the PEX piping before the concrete was poured to make sure it was under pressure and was good to go. Then 2 days later was the big day where the concrete finally showed up. I opted to pay extra money for our contract to include the use of a pump truck. That pump truck you can see is receiving the concrete from the concrete mixing truck, and it's pumping through a long hose to the back of the house. We opted for this so that we could ensure that our PEX piping that we had just installed would not be broken uh, via the use of big wheelbarrows bringing in the concrete one load at a time. So here you can see that long hose that they were using. You also see the guys coming around with these little rods where they lift up the wire mesh as he pours out the concrete. And that's to kind of bring the mesh and the PEX pipe up to kind of mid-level so that it's not sitting at the very bottom of the slab as it's being poured. That pump really did a lot to help avoid any kind of damage to the PEX pipe, but it also really made the concrete crew's job much easier when it comes to spreading out that concrete and keeping it even. He was pretty much able to pump it out at an even rate so that they had to do very little with their hands and tools to get it flat. And here's a fun time lapse of the whole pour. After they finished pouring, they did have to let it sit for a while before they could continue working on it. They took about an hour and a half of a break, and then they were able to come in and slide across the floor on these knee pads that are big in the surface area, and it allows them to scoot across the floor and hand trowel it out to give it a really nice smooth finish. We were really impressed with their work. They did a great job and just made the floor look really beautiful in the end. We had informed the owner of the concrete company that we would be using this as our floor. We weren't going to put any flooring over top of it. So he knew that we wanted it to look really nice, and the guys took time and did 3 passes of hand troweling over the concrete floor, and man, did it look amazing when they were finished. Big thanks to RC Concrete out of Front Royal, Virginia for doing a fantastic job on our floors. I know it seems silly to come on the floor and hit it with a hammer, but there's a reason.
Bum,
tacky. I don't think it's even print. So I was bringing the hammer out so that I could try to knock free the PVC ring that we had put around the toilet drain pipe in an effort to try to give myself more clearance when it came time to install the toilet flange. Unfortunately, it was stuck solid and I couldn't move it. Well, we want to thank you again for watching. If you enjoy our videos, please do like them and also subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And until next time, thanks for watching Our Little Mountain Life.